After another week trapped in a freezing courtroom, Trump hit the beach. And they say 100,000 of his supporters showed up to see him at a Jersey Shore rally. Are blue states in play? Last time Biden beat Trump by 16 in Jersey. Now Biden only leads by 5. I mean, Jersey's in play, people. Lifelong Democrat and NFL Hall of Fame linebacker, LT, says Trump red-pilled him.
I grew up a Democrat, and I've always been a Democrat until I met this man right here. I'll tell you what. He will not have to worry about nobody in my family ever vote for a Democrat again.
A New York Times poll has Trump beating Biden in 5 out of the 6 battlegrounds: Nevada, Georgia, Arizona, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. Trump flipped them because of young black and Hispanic voters moving right, or as Trump would say, diversité. At the Jersey Shore, Trump didn't beat around the bush. Watch.
If you come here from another country and try to bring jihadism or anti-Americanism or anti-Semitism to our campuses, we will immediately deport you. You'll look at the economy, the real economy, not the fake economy. Everything they touch turns to what? You shouldn't use that kind of language. Look, you can't use the word okay.
Trump's like President George Carlin, speaks for the average Joe and tells it like it is. Below average Joe, President Biden, performing so poorly, the media is tearing up the playbook.
I have to admit, none of this is playing out as I thought it would. Trump is now leading in almost all the swing states, but behind those numbers lie even more troubling details. As someone worried about the prospects of a second Trump term, I think it's best to be honest about reality.
Trump's more ahead than he's ever been. Everything that we're throwing is spaghetti at a wall, and none of it is sticking. What we're doing is really, really not working.
But some in the media are still stuck on stupid.
Anybody that votes Republican and doesn't understand you're voting for the end of democracy, just pay attention to the Sunday shows.
No one's paying attention to the Sunday shows. This isn't 2004 anymore. Watch my propaganda. That's the strategy. Also, Nancy Pelosi called you bitter clingers.
We've seen demagogues come down the pike, destroy the press. What do the Republicans say? Fake news. So they're diminishing that in the eyes of these poor souls who are looking for some answers. We've given them to them, but they're blocked by some of their views on guns. They have the 3 Gs, guns, gays, God.
They don't know you. They don't want to know you. They hate you. Watch the Sunday shows, you bitter clinger. North Dakota Governor and former presidential candidate Doug Burgum joins us now. All right, Governor, why do you believe Trump's surging?
Well, I did take a look at that Pelosi clip you just had where she calls poor souls. But when I'm standing there in New Jersey looking at all these patriots are there, what I'm seeing is the best of America. You know, people can slice and dice this as across demographic groups. But if you look at the theme of who is there, it's families and it's people who work for a living. And they were on the motorcade in, they were lining the streets for miles before he even got to that venue. And they're all waving their American flags. You got firehouses where the firemen are standing on top of the truck waving flags. This is 2 miles before you get to the venue. And these are people that work in America. The working class supports Donald Trump. And they're not the poor souls. They're the people that care about their communities. They care about their families. They care about the future of this country. And they can see through, you know, all of the stuff that's being pushed on them.
They're not watching the Sunday shows, are they?
No, they've never heard of them. They don't know who's on them, and they don't care about that.
So when you hear that type of propaganda, you know, you're not a Republican, you know, you're going to vote for a dictator, this is going to be the end of democracy. What does that tell you about the left strategy?
Well, it tells me that they don't understand America and they don't understand how America works. And this dictator hoax is the front row seat of any place in the nation is governor of North Dakota, because I'm 1,200 days into the Biden bureaucratic dictatorship, because virtually nothing is passed Congress and everything comes down from a three-letter agency. We're fighting over 30 different rule and mandate efforts that are coming in a barrage right now that they're trying to get in before the Congressional Review Act date on May 20th. And they're basically have a one-size-fits-all view of how we should, run our small businesses, run our farms, run our energy business, run the U.S. grid. I mean, all of these ideas are not things that have come from Congress, and they're all based on a very liberal ideology. And I'm spending my job now suing the federal government is what I'm kind of doing for a living.
You're just a lawyer who's playing a politician. Joe Biden, I mean, people talk about you on the ticket. Joe Biden has his ticket set. It's Kamala. Here is the ticket. Watch.
My name's Joe Biden. I work for Kamala Harris. I asked her to be my vice president because I knew I needed somebody smarter than me.
We have to know that sometimes people will open the door for you and leave it open. Sometimes they won't. And then you need to kick that door down. Excuse my language.
Okay. Is she talking about if they are reelected, she's just going to kick that door down to the Oval?
Could be. I don't know. Maybe Joe's in there with all the ice cream and she can't.
He loves two scoops. What do you make of these two?
Well, I think that Vice President Harris has accomplished one thing, which is she's managed to be less popular than the least popular president in history.
It's quite an accomplishment for Kamala or Mamala or whatever they call her. Doug Burgum, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jesse.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.